Welcome to the first video in my series on universal laws, the only laws that exist in the universe, the way energy moves and flows, frequency and vibration. And the first law that I'm going to be discussing is something that's a hot topic right now, and that is the law of gender, the yin and the yang. So there's all these arguments about pronouns and what gender people want to be, and there's only two biological genders and we should all be defined by these things. But the law of gender, which is an ancient law that has always been known by the ancient cultures of the world, the ancient civilizations, as a natural connection, states very clearly that there's a balance between the yin, the female, and the masculine energy, which creates perfect harmony in the universe. You can look anywhere and everywhere. There is male and female energy within everything, including you. Your biological sex at birth is what your physical body sex is, what your gender is assigned to you in this physical body. But that has got nothing to do with what you identify your gender as. Just because it's a physical thing doesn't mean that it has to be forced upon you what gender you identify with. It doesn't matter what pronoun you want to call yourself. The only people that are going to be offended by a specific gender identification are those that are not comfortable with their own gender or feel like they're being attacked, like it's being something they have to protect. From what? There is nothing to protect. When did you become gay? When did you become straight? The entire animal kingdom, and in fact, the smallest cells that exist, there is homosexuality. It's one of the most natural occurrences in the universe. Why should it make any difference what gender you want to identify as? Nobody's forcing it on anybody. The law of gender, the yin and the yang, states that to achieve great balance in your life, you've got to understand that there is the yin, the female energy, and the yang, the male energy within all things, including you. If you don't have some sort of balance between these two energies, you're going to have tremendous imbalances and disconnections in your life. Because just because you are biologically a male doesn't mean that you have to live completely in that yang male physical energy, controlling energy. You need that yang energy in your life, whether you're male or female, or whether you're a cardboard box. It doesn't make a difference. The physical energy, the doing energy, is the yang energy. The nurturing, the kind, the loving, the expressive energy, the creative energy really is the yin energy. And the yang energy would be the more sort of practical energy. So before you go judging people's genders and so on, and how people are forcing things on you, and there are only two biological sexes, for instance, and nobody has the right to claim to be a woman when they're biologically a man, or whatever they want to refer to themselves as. Just remember that we grew up in a world that controlled us from the day we were born. You don't want labels, you were labeled from the day you were born. You didn't get to choose your own name. You didn't get to choose what you believed in. You were born into what you believed because it was pumped into your head for so long that you had to believe it. So if you want to be brainwashed, go ahead, be brainwashed. And hang on to your little identity so strongly and don't allow other people others, because then what? You're going to lose your own identity? It doesn't work like that. The universal law of gender is a reminder that in order to have balance in our lives, we need the male and the female energy. And if we happen to identify more with the female energy and we are in male bodies, what difference does it make? If you are taking offense to this, then you need to take a closer look at yourself and see what discriminations do you have within yourself? Because if you accept yourself completely, you don't have a problem with what other people do. And the universal laws are never changing, they are unchanging, and they are always 100% fair. The law of gender just says, for balance and harmony to exist, balance those energies in your life so that you are happy with where you are, and allow others to do as they please as well. Allow others the same freedoms as you allow yourself. You are no different to them. You may have different energies, a different mix of energies, but don't judge other people by their gender identification or by their pronouns. If you're forcing people to do things against their will, which the world does, then why would you want to enforce your will on others? Live and let live. I'm the Inspirer, the one and only dynamic connection therapist. Always remember that you are naturally a connected being. All you have to do is remain connected. And always, always, always keep the love alive.